Jason Crowe Jr.?
Right, he better than me right now. At that age when I was in 9th grade and 10th grade, everybody was talking about I was that. Like, he's the next up. Like, and I could say
Brandon?
he on his way. I'm telling you, that kid.
You were cold, though.
Yeah, that kid averaged 35.
He cold, too.
That kid averaged 35 freshman year. I don't care what competition.
Have a cold,
I ain't do that. I ain't do that to my senior year.
In the early 1990s, Inglewood High School would so happen to be one of the most dominant basketball programs around, which featured players like NBA great Paul Pierce, as well as Jason Crowe Sr. And while Paul Pierce went on to become an NBA champion and 10-time NBA All-Star, for Jason, he would spend time in college at LA Trade Technical College, American University, as well as Cal State Northridge. From there, he played overseas and later made it as far as joining the Los Angeles Clippers training camp. But once his career eventually came to an end, he would notice a fire and drive that his son had for the game of basketball at an early age, which led to mentoring and training him at every step of the way. And because of that, he turned into one of the best high school basketball scorers we've ever seen, and is definitely next up at the NBA level. This is the Jason Crowe Jr. story. Coming up in Inglewood, California, Jason Crowe Jr. would start playing basketball at the YMCA at the age of 4 years old. There, he would thrive and show clear signs of being special and extremely confident. But not too long after, reality would sort of start to set in once he started playing more competitive basketball. His father even stated, "We took him to the neighborhood park and he didn't score a single bucket and didn't even get a shot attempt." So that's when reality kind of set in, like, oh, this ain't cute. So it became kind of discouraging for him. And then I think that's what started the journey. He wanted to be successful, he wanted to play well. So he was willing to commit effort and energy into that, and I think it just changed from there. He came back next year, and he was the best player at the park in a year's time. One thing that Jason always excelled at was the ability to score the ball in a variety of different ways at a young age, with his deep range shooting, off the dribble, as well as catch and shoot being among some of his best attributes throughout his childhood. But he was always the kid that was willing to take some of the toughest defensive assignments, no matter how big his opponents were.
You guard him. Do he make you guard him, or you want this?
No, I just want it. I mean, I'm just confident in myself. I'm like AE, like I'm overly confident in myself. Like people call it cocky, but I'm overly confident. I feel like I'm the best player. I should guard the best player. Right. I feel like there's nothing like, if I'm the best player, if I feel like myself, I'm the best player, I'm not gonna have somebody else guard the best player on the other team.
Right.
Now things would really start to heat up for him in middle school, as that's when his game started to really catch a lot of people's attention while playing on the made hoop circuit. But during the pandemic, he took things even more serious, as there was practically nothing to do but work on his game. His whole mindset throughout the entire pandemic was to get ready to kill once he got to high school. At that point in time, Mikey Williams was one of the internet's most intriguing basketball prospects that kids Jason's age really looked up to, but his father would always emphasize that he was going to be going up against players like Mikey Williams, and that he would ultimately need to have that destroyer's mentality against anybody he played against.
Mikey Williams was the top guy. He was playing with Bronny James. So I was like, and they was talking to him like, yeah, Lil J too. I said, listen, remember, you're gonna have to beat his head off. You're gonna be in the 9th grade when he's in the 12th. You're gonna have to, all that fans, like, but also the one thing I was teaching them is that every game is matters.
As a freshman, he would attend Linwood High School, and as he stood at 6'3" and 155 pounds and coached by his father, he would average 36 points, 5 assists, 3 steals, and 3 rebounds per contest, but also led his team into winning the CIF state title to cap off his freshman season. Now, Jason was also able to do all that with a team of 1 senior starter, as the rest of the team were all freshmen. At this point in time, he was extremely consistent and super intentional when it came to bettering his craft, despite seeing his name jump up the rankings and him getting recognition, as he would wake up at 5 a.m. every single morning to do his stretching, meditation, and daily prayer. That next year, he would take that next step, as he averaged 37 points, 6 assists, 5 rebounds, and 4 steals per game. As a junior, he would make the transfer to Inglewood High School, where he would be coached by his father. There, while standing at 6'4" and 170 pounds, he would average 35 points, 6 assists, 4 rebounds, and 3 steals per game throughout the entire season. Things that he really excelled in was how dangerous he was in transition. He seemed to always have a comfortable, balanced, controlled jumper, whether he was shooting off the dribble or in catch-and-shoot situations, but also had an insanely fast, controlled first step that allowed him to get past anybody. By the end of his junior season, he has solidified himself as the consensus #1 ranked point guard in the 2026 high school recruiting class. That summer, he would team up with the #1 player in the country, Tyran Stokes, on the Oakland Soldiers on the Nike EYBL circuit. There, he would average 24 points per contest, which was the 2nd highest in the whole entire league. And as the 5-star recruit had offers from practically everywhere across the country, on July 18th, he would make his ultimate decision.
Now, I have a 10-year-old son, so I want to know, how do you get a freshman in high school ready to drop 35 points? What was that like growing up?
I feel like COVID year really separated me, made me a better player. Obviously spending time with my dad in the backyard, working out every day, just grinding. And then I feel like after COVID, finally we started playing again. That's when I started taking that next step.
All right, very cool. Well, the moment is here. You got all these cameras on you right now, so you can tell everybody where you're going to be playing your college basketball.
So I will be attending
Missouri University.
Now, his commitment would make him the 2nd highest ranked recruit to commit to Missouri, behind no other than Michael Porter Jr. Jason Crowe Jr. has been able to get easy buckets at every step of his career, from his exceptional scoring ability to his creativity with the ball, all the way to his competitiveness on defense. If he continues to remain hungry and polish up those necessary aspects in his game, he has serious potential to not only change the program and go down as an all-time Missouri Tiger great, but can very well be a future perennial all-star.
How do you feel you developed as a leader?
I feel like I've definitely had to pick up that role, definitely becoming into my 2nd half of my high school career, definitely had to pick up that. Just talking more, being more vocal, getting out of that shell, being shy and stuff like that. So I feel like that's the main thing.
Yeah, what's your leadership style as well?
Definitely communicating and showing what I do on the court, just leading by my play and by my talk.
And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Jason Crowe Jr. story.